Good morning, dear friend. I hope this message brings comfort to your heart and light to your day. Have you ever felt surrounded by people yet completely alone? It's a strange feeling, isn't it? You could be in the middle of a crowded room, a family gathering, or even scrolling through countless social media posts filled with smiling faces. And still, deep inside, there's an ache, a sense of emptiness that no amount of activity or distraction can seem to fill. Loneliness? It's not just about being physically alone. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, and disconnected. It's a silent weight, a shadow that follows us, even in the brightest of moments. But here's the truth. You are not truly alone. And today, you'll discover a truth that can change everything. You don't have to carry this burden anymore. God is by your side, ready to fill your heart with companionship, love, and unshakable hope. There's a presence that has always been with you, guiding you even when you felt lost. It's not just a fleeting idea or a distant hope. It's real, and it's closer than you think. Have you ever had a moment of inexplicable peace, even in your darkest times? Have you ever felt a sudden reassurance, as if someone unseen was holding you up when you were about to fall? That is not your imagination. That is God's presence, whispering to your soul, reminding you that you are never truly abandoned. Stay with me, because in this video we'll uncover how to feel God's love in your life step by step. You don't have to continue feeling isolated. Today you will learn how to recognize His presence in ways that are tangible, personal, and deeply fulfilling. But before we go further, I want to invite you to take an important step. If you're here right now, listening to this, it's not by accident. God leads us to the messages we need at the right time. This might be your moment. So, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel right now. Here, we share weekly messages of faith, hope, and renewal to uplift your spirit. We walk this journey together, discovering how to live with more peace, joy, and purpose through God's love. By subscribing, you're not only joining a community of like-minded souls, but also taking the first step in a journey of deeper connection and peace. Click that button now, and let's walk this path together. Let's break the chains of loneliness and step into the light of divine love. You see, loneliness is something we all experience at different points in life. Maybe you've lost someone dear to you, and their absence has left an unfillable void. Perhaps relationships that once brought you joy have changed, and you no longer feel the closeness you once did. Or maybe you've been searching for purpose, meaning, and connection, but nothing seems to truly satisfy that longing deep inside. The world is filled with distractions, things that promise happiness but often leave us feeling emptier than before. Social media, endless entertainment, busy schedules, all of it can keep us occupied, but none of it truly fills the heart. The reason is simple. We were created for something deeper. We were made for a love that is eternal, unshakable, and fulfilling beyond anything this world can offer. And that love comes from one source: God. So how do we move from feeling lonely to feeling the presence of God? How do we shift our perspective from emptiness to fulfillment? That's exactly what we'll explore in this message. We will walk through practical steps, ways to open your heart, recognize His presence, and invite His love into your daily life. And trust me, once you begin to truly feel God's presence, loneliness will no longer have the same grip on your heart. Instead, you will find peace, comfort, and a sense of belonging that is beyond words. Imagine waking up each day knowing you are deeply loved, cherished, and never alone. Imagine facing challenges with a quiet strength, because you know God is walking beside you. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a reality that many have discovered, and it's something you can experience too. All it takes is a willingness to open your heart and take the first step, and that's what we're going to do today. So take a deep breath. Let go of any doubts, any distractions. For the next few minutes, I invite you to fully engage with This could be the turning point you've been searching for. Let's begin. Loneliness is often described as a silent epidemic, affecting people of all ages, backgrounds, and walks of life. It's not just about being physically alone, it's about feeling unseen, unheard, and disconnected, even in the presence of others. In today's fast-paced world, where digital interactions often replace meaningful human connections, loneliness has become more prevalent than ever. But here's the truth that many overlook. Loneliness isn't meant to define you. Instead, it can be a doorway, a sacred space where you can encounter a love that is eternal and unchanging. The Bible provides us with countless reassurances that we are never truly alone. One of the most profound promises comes from Isaiah 41:10, where God tells us, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." These words are not just ancient texts, they are living, breathing assurances meant for you in this very moment. They remind us that no matter how isolated we feel, God's presence surrounds us, offering strength, guidance, and unwavering love. To truly feel this presence, we must learn to trust. Trusting in God is not about being perfect or never having doubts. It's about opening your heart, even in moments of pain and uncertainty. Imagine sitting alone in a quiet room, feeling the weight of loneliness pressing down on you. Then, in that stillness, you sense something, a warmth, a reassurance that whispers, "I am here." That is God speaking to your soul, reminding you that His love is constant and unfailing. Many times, loneliness can lead us to believe the lie that we are forgotten, that our pain goes unnoticed. But in those moments, we must shift our focus from what we feel to what we know. And what we know is that God's love is not dictated by our circumstances. His love does not waver when we feel weak. It does not diminish when we struggle. It remains steadfast, a rock on which we can stand. One powerful way to embrace God's presence in moments of loneliness is through prayer. Prayer is not about having the perfect words or following a specific formula. It's about opening your heart, speaking honestly, and allowing God to meet you where you are. When we pray, we are not just sending words into the air, we are entering into a conversation with the Creator of the universe. And in that conversation, we find comfort, peace, and assurance that we are never alone. Another way to combat loneliness is by shifting our focus outward. Often, loneliness makes us retreat within ourselves, causing us to dwell on what we lack. But when we reach out to others, whether through acts of kindness, service, or simply offering a listening ear, we begin to experience the interconnectedness of God's design. In giving love, we receive love. In comforting others, we find comfort. God works through our actions, and in serving others we find that our own hearts are filled. The presence of God is also evident in creation. Have you ever watched a sunrise and felt a deep sense of peace, or walked through nature and sensed something greater than yourself? These moments are not coincidences, they are invitations. Invitations to recognize that God's presence is woven into every aspect of our lives. When we pause to acknowledge these moments, we begin to see that we are never truly alone. Perhaps one of the greatest assurances we have is found in Jesus' own words. In Matthew 28:20, he tells us, "And behold, I am with you always, to the end of the age." This is not a temporary promise. It is not conditional on how we feel or what we do. It is a declaration of unwavering presence. Jesus, who walked this earth and experienced human sorrow, understands loneliness. He felt abandoned, misunderstood, and alone. Yet, through his resurrection, he made a way for us to never have to feel that same separation. Through him, we are always connected to God's love. Loneliness may knock on the door of our hearts, but we do not have to let it take residence there. We have the power to shift our perspective, to anchor ourselves in truth rather than fleeting emotions. Every moment of loneliness can be transformed into an opportunity to lean into God's presence, to grow in faith, and to experience His love in deeper ways. If you are struggling with loneliness right now, take a deep breath. Know that your feelings are valid, but also know that they do not define you. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved. And there is a presence greater than anything in this world that is holding you, guiding you, and walking with you through every step of your journey. Now, as you sit in this moment, allow yourself to open up to this truth. Let go of the belief that you are forgotten or invisible. Instead, receive the love that is being poured out for you. The same God who created the vast universe also carefully formed you, with intention, with purpose, with love beyond measure. Maybe you've been carrying a heavy heart, wondering if anyone notices your pain. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign that you are not alone. Let this message be that sign. You are loved, you are valued, you are held in the hands of a God who never lets go. There is nothing too broken, nothing too lost that He cannot restore. His love reaches into the deepest places of your heart, bringing healing where there was pain, joy where there was sorrow, and peace where there was fear. So, take another deep breath. Let it fill your lungs. Let it remind you that life itself is a gift, and that you are a part of something far greater than you can see. When loneliness tries to speak its lies again, return to this truth. You are loved. You are valued. You are never truly alone. As we draw to a close today, I want you to take a deep breath and reflect on everything you've heard. Let the words you've heard sink deep within you, becoming more than just thoughts. They should transform into a wellspring of hope and strength for you. Loneliness may try to convince you that you are isolated, but remember that it is a temporary state. You are not defined by the moments when you feel alone. These are not permanent, and with God by your side, you can overcome the challenges that these feelings present. Loneliness is just one chapter in the grand story of your life, and it doesn't have the power to dictate the entire plot. Every season of life, even the painful ones, carries the potential for growth. The times when we feel most distant from others can be the moments in which we draw closest to God. They can be the moments where we discover more about ourselves and the boundless love that surrounds us. It's easy to feel that we are forgotten in the midst of isolation. Sometimes the world seems to continue on, moving at a fast pace, while we are stuck in a cycle of longing for connection. But even in those moments when you feel unnoticed or unseen, God's presence remains steadfast. His love is never distant, and His compassion is always available to you. There's never a time when God looks away from His children, and there is never a moment when you are without His care. Think back to times in your life when you overcame difficult obstacles. Maybe there were days when it felt impossible to move forward, but each time you persisted, despite your struggles, you demonstrated a remarkable strength. And that strength, which sometimes comes through the most unexpected places, is not your own. It's a reflection of God's presence in your life, carrying you through even the most challenging seasons. As you continue walking your path, remember this: you are a person of great value. Your existence is not a mistake. You are not here by chance. God has intricately woven your story, and every moment, whether filled with joy or pain, fits perfectly within His divine plan. It's easy to forget our purpose when we're caught in the whirlwind of life's challenges, but know that there is meaning in every step you take, every breath you draw. Perhaps you have questioned your purpose, or wondered if your life still holds significance. In these quiet moments of doubt, hear this: you matter, your life matters. The love you share, the words you speak, and the encouragement you offer to others all make a difference. Your presence in this world has ripple effects that can never be fully measured. Sometimes, just by showing up and being present, you are fulfilling a greater purpose than you can even imagine. One of the most profound ways you can experience God's love is by sharing it with others. God has poured His compassion and care into your life, and now you have the incredible privilege of sharing that same love with those around you. Whether it's through a kind word, an act of service, or just offering someone your time, you are reflecting God's heart. You can be a light for those who are walking through their own seasons of loneliness, bringing warmth, understanding, and connection in ways that can transform their lives. When you experience God's love in its fullness, you are invited to be a channel of that love for others. The way He holds you, He calls you to hold others. The peace that fills your soul, He empowers you to pass on. The joy that fills your heart, He encourages you to share. You are not meant to keep His love to yourself. You are meant to spread it, to pour it out into the lives of those who need it most. Think of the times when you have been a source of light to others, when your words lifted someone's spirit or your presence brought comfort to another. Those moments are just as meaningful as any big achievement because they reflect God's heart for others. You may not always see the full impact of your kindness, but rest assured that the love you give is never in vain. God's plan for your life is much greater than the struggles you may face in the present moment. There is so much more ahead for you, more opportunities for joy, for connection, for purpose. Even if it seems hard to believe right now, I assure you, there is more for you in God's perfect timing. His plan is good, and He is faithful to bring it to fruition in His time. As you go forward from here, carry these truths with you. You are loved with an everlasting love. You are valuable beyond measure. And no matter where life takes you, you are never truly alone. God's presence will continue to be your constant companion. He will walk beside you, guide you, and offer comfort when you need it most. And no matter how far you feel from others, you are always within reach of His comforting arms. Take comfort in knowing that God's love for you is unshakable, and that He is always at work, even in the quietest moments. As you step into the next chapter of your life, may this truth fill you with peace. You are never alone. With God, you will always have the strength to face whatever comes your way. You are loved, cherished, and held by the one who created the universe, and that love will never fade. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a call to action, a simple invitation to take this message to heart and let it transform your perspective. If this message resonated with you, don't let it be just a passing thought. Let it become a reminder that you carry within you a deep well of strength, love, and purpose. I encourage you to hold on to the truths we've discussed today. Let them sink into your soul, shaping the way you view the world and yourself. If what you've heard today has inspired you, I invite you to take a moment to subscribe to this channel. By subscribing, you will receive regular reminders of faith, hope, and encouragement. Messages that will continue to uplift and empower you as you move through your day. These messages are more than just words. They are tools to help you grow spiritually and emotionally, offering insight into how to live with strength and peace in a world that often feels chaotic. Subscribing is not just about keeping up with new videos, it's about joining a community of individuals who are committed to growing together in faith. It's about surrounding yourself with voices that encourage and inspire you, helping you stay grounded and focused on the truth that you are loved and valued by God. Together, we will explore the power of God's Word, share in the strength of prayer, and find hope in His promises. Take a moment now and click that subscribe button so you can continue receiving messages of hope, encouragement, and connection. Let these moments of reflection be a regular part of your spiritual journey. And while you're here, I also encourage you to explore our other videos. Each video has been carefully designed to provide inspiration, healing, and peace. covering a range of topics that can speak directly to where you are in your life today. From prayers for strength, peace, and healing to reflections on God's love and guidance, there's something here that will meet you exactly where you need it. These messages are not just for today. They are timeless reminders that God is with you every step of the way. If you're facing a particular challenge right now, you may find just the encouragement you need in one of our other videos. Maybe you're dealing with anxiety, loneliness, or uncertainty. Or perhaps you're seeking greater clarity in your life and spiritual walk. Whatever it may be, take a moment to browse through our video library. Each one is crafted with care, and each one is intended to help you draw closer to God. Remember, these videos are not just about learning. They are about transformation. They are about giving you the tools to live out your faith with confidence and hope. Through each video, we want to equip you to face the challenges of life with courage and to help you discover the peace that only God can provide. As you move forward from here, let these messages serve as a touchstone, a reminder that you are never truly alone. God's love surrounds you, and through this community, you will find encouragement, strength, and purpose. Whatever you're walking through, today you are not walking it alone. I also encourage you to share this video with others who may need to hear this message. You never know how a simple click can impact someone's day or even change their life. By sharing this video, you are participating in spreading God's love and hope to those who may need it the most. It's a small act, but it can have a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what we can see. There is power in sharing what we've learned, in extending the hope we've received to others. When we lift others up, we not only bless their lives, but also deepen our own connection with God. Sharing His word, His love, and His encouragement is a powerful way to live out our faith every day. And so, as you go about your day, I pray that the peace of God will fill your heart. I pray that you will walk forward with the assurance that you are not alone, that God's presence goes before you, surrounding you, guiding you with wisdom and grace. Let His love carry you through every moment, and may it inspire you to share that love with others. If you're ready for more uplifting messages, click to watch the next video. Perhaps there's something there that will be just what you need in this moment. The journey toward peace, healing, and growth is a continuous one, and we are here to walk alongside you in it. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thank you for being here, for being a part of this community, and for allowing God's message of hope to touch your life. We pray that you will continue to feel His love and presence with you every day, and that you will continue to grow in faith, knowing that you are deeply loved and never truly alone.